Hey everybody, CYCLO1224 here again with my fourth video game review. This will be my first game review on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and the game I decided to review this time around is Solar Jetman, Hunt for the Golden Warp Ship. It's a game that I just really heard about within probably the last month or so, and I got on eBay, looked it up, and I ended up getting it for with shipping $5.50, and got it about a week ago, and I've pretty much just been playing this game for about a week now. It's really addictive in my opinion. It's a really fun game. It's exploration heavy. You gotta find like lots of cool stuff, and anyways, when I first popped it in and started playing it, it reminded me of a couple different things. Not really video game related, but anyway, the first thing it reminded me of was, because of the exploration, the movie Explorers, which came out, I can't remember, the late 80s or early 90s, somewhere in there, but it had River Phoenix, Ethan Hawke. River Phoenix is obviously Joaquin's older brother, for you younger dudes who might not know that. He was a great actor. He was in Stand By Me. Anyways, reminded me of that, just basically because of the exploration. Them three kids build a little ship that actually works. They fly out to space, all that good crap. Look that movie up, it's great. But it reminded me of that because of the size of the little ship and stuff. But it also reminded me of one of my favorite books of all time, which is a sci-fi book called Destination Void by Frank Herbert. Just the sense of isolation. You're exploring, in this one, you're exploring like hostile lands, and Destination Void, you're a group of clones in this ship way out in the middle of nowhere in outer space looking for a planet that can be basically used as another Earth, and basically all the other people who tried before your ship failed, and they never made it to another planet. So it's a really deep, really cool science fiction book. It spawned one of my favorite trilogies, the Pandora trilogy. Anyways, this game reminds me of that too. But the design of this game is awesome. The music is really awesome. It's composed by a dude named David Wise. I think that he did Donkey Kong Country and a bunch of other games or at least several other games for Rare. Anyways, great music. I love it. Like, it changes up. It's really science fiction-y. It's just really cool, and it's one of the best musical soundtracks I've heard in a game, really in a long time. I mean, this game was made, Jesus, 20 some odd years ago, so, but you can see there when you blow up, you're just your little self in your little spaceship, or your little spacesuit there, and you got a little pistol, and you pretty much either got to find a warp drive or fly all the way back to your mother ship. This is your little item selecting screen. You can get money from collecting different colored diamonds, and basically just from killing stuff it gives you money. But I think there's 12 or 13 different planets you can end up going to. I've only made it to the 11th planet, and man, I love this game. It's really addictive. It reminds me in gameplay a lot of like Lunar Lander, an old arcade type game. I played it when I was a little kid on Atari 2600, I'm pretty sure. But that's a highly addictive game for such a simple old game. But it reminds me of that with the momentum type shifting. Like if you're flying through space, you got to point the opposite direction, and it'll stop your momentum and push you the other way. I think it controls great when you want to pick stuff up, because a lot of it is finding pieces of your ship. Obviously finding pieces for the Golden Warp ship. You just fly up to it, and a little like tractor beam type deal pops out, and you'll hitch up to it and you can tow it. But when you're towing stuff, it's crazy because it has different, gravitational pull along with it. It can start like really rocking back and forth, and a lot of the times you might want to get a little momentum up under it and then hook into it and yank it up. Excuse me. Later on, like after the first couple levels, you can get like boosters, extra boosters to make it easier for you to pull the ship. You see there, I got a little white stripe on my ship. The white stripes, they rule. But anyways, I think it's like the Italian cruiser or something. It's some Italian spaceship you get. It's a lot better than the one you start with after you collect some money. You can get that. You can get all sorts of little rockets, little time bombs, heat seekers. You can get different efficient engines, which basically make your fuel last longer. You can see you got the bottom lower left of the screen. The W is your little guy if you fly out of the ship, and the F is fuel, and basically I think it's your ship damage too, because it goes down when you slam into stuff and all that, but I guess it's supposed to just be fuel, I don't know. But you can see that little circle there, it'll appear around your ship every once in a while, and that's a shield you can get. There's one of the different kinds of enemies. A lot of enemies are little balls, which are funny. There's also these little orange and blue balls that, the orange ones have a like negative push of gravity, they push you away, and the blue ones they suck you into it, so they can really be a pain in the butt, man, when you get like next to an orange one and a blue one. The orange one just keeps slamming you into the blue one, but it's not too hard, the combat. The hardest part of this game is actually just trying not to smash into the ground when you got that momentum built up, because it takes a lot of life when you do. You see that right there, I just lost a lot of life, and in fact now I'm screwed. I'm a little space guy flying around with a little pistol in my hand. So you gotta haul it back to base. You can see here, that was a deep, deep cavern in that world. And some of the worlds are really bizarre, because like some parts of it will pull you in, just the planet itself, and like the other side of that wall will like, I don't know, make you really like rotate around, and it gets really bizarre. So you gotta really, it takes some real practice trying to keep yourself from smashing into those heavier gravitational pulls and stuff. But overall, I think the controls in this are great. It controls just fine to me. It reminds me kind of also in the combat aspect of like asteroids or whatever. You can see the map there. You really need to get that map. You can get it pretty early, so I suggest you get it, because these caverns get so big, you can see it's easy to get lost in them, or you think you're going to a new place and it's just the same damn place you've been before. But again, this is highly addictive to me. I love playing this game. It's been a blast. It's really cheap, so if you like Nintendo action spaceship shooter type games, it reminds me kind of also of like a role-playing type game, because you can upgrade your ship. It's pretty long. I mean, I doubt it's after you get used to each level, you can probably whip through it pretty fast, but first time around, there really is a good sense of like exploring the crazy planet and finding odds and ends, and you can find special warps, you can find all this other crazy crap, you know. And it really makes it feel like you're out there exploring. You can see that planet's called Shanku, so that's wacky. But this is as far as I got to this planet. I love that color scheme right there, big sun. I love how the mothership comes in and lands. You can see the little pod pop out. The people who you are, basically, I think he has a real goofy name, but they're like clones. That's another reason it reminded me of Destination Void, because the dude you are is apparently the Federation of Space Loonies, and there's a pretty funny opening movie where you see a bunch of them floating through space, and I don't know, like one of them farts and it blows up in his face, up into his mask or whatever. It's pretty retarded, but it's funny. So, I don't mean to offend anybody saying retarded, but anyways, joking around. Again, it's a real fun game. I don't know, I'm hard pressed for lots of other stuff to say about it, but it gets really difficult the farther you get, man. And it gets, see, there's one of them orange ones, shoves you away, but the farther you get in the game, it gets much more difficult. It'll take you a lot longer to find all the pieces you need, the pieces of your ship. You can see there's my copy, really great shape, 550, worked right out right when I got it. Flip it over there you go. But it's a great game. I really suggest you get that game. It's been Solar Jetman. Hunt for the Golden Warp Ship. Thanks for watching. CYCLO1224 out.